Morning everybody and welcome to my next adventure. I'm just about to head off to the Serpent Trail, which I think is about 60 miles. I'm not too sure, but it's a snake-like walk, which is why it's called the Serpent Trail, and it starts in Hazelmere and ends in Petersfield. The reason why I chose this one is because I don't have a great deal of time. It's shorter than the others. It's easy to get to. I've got a motorcycle there, bag's all packed, got my cover on my rucksack, which is probably a good idea because at the moment it's on and off rain, and it's meant to be like that until midday, and then hopefully no rain at all. So it's going to be a nice change from not walking in like 30-degree heat. I'm hopefully going to have a lot more energy because it's not going to be so hot. But yeah, it's about an hour and 15-minute ride there. I'm actually going to meet a friend at the beginning. She's going to join me for the first section of it, which will be nice. And yeah, so I'll let you know when I get there, and I'll speak to you soon. So I've arrived in Hazelmere. It was actually a really nice ride up. Did get a bit wet. It was like sun, rain, sun, rain, sun, rain. And at one point there was this huge flood under a bridge. I didn't even know whether I was going to make it out. It was about 20 meters of half a foot of water, and even cars were like going, oh, I don't know, to go across. I did it anyway, and yeah, I had to put my feet right up against the handlebars to stop me getting soaked from the wake. But luckily, my new investment is some waterproof socks, which cost 25 quid. The brand is Silver, or Fursil. I don't think it's actually made out of Fursil. But yeah, I've arrived. My bike is parked actually in this train station car park, which is underground, and there's CCTV. I was going to speak to you from in there, but for some reason a bunch of teenagers decided to come and sit right next to me as I arrived and started drinking alcohol and smoking, so I didn't really feel like chatting to the camera whilst they were doing that. Anyway, I've just spoken to my friend Martha, and she's actually at the train station, so I've kind of come back on myself a little bit to come and meet her. So I'll speak to you in a sec once I've met her. Cheers!
Hello!
Is this filming? Yes it is. Alright, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
You been here long?
Not really, I was just sat at like the cafe thing up there.
Yeah. So this is Martha. Say hello, Martha.
Hi.
And as you can see, she's very prepared with her proper rucksack and her proper walking boots.
Obviously.
We've just walked from the train station where we met, and now heading to the start, which I think is around this corner. But it seems to be like a old people's home estate at the moment. But I think it should start. Right, we found the start. It wasn't exactly the easiest to find, but look, there is a sticker and there is a snake on it. So this is the Serpent Trail, so we are heading the right way. Oh, and I've just forgot to put my Strava on, so I'll put that on now. So yeah, I think it's about 60 odd miles. Apparently Hazelmere is the gateway to the South Downs. So yeah, Martha's joining me for half a day, full day.
I don't know.
Well, she'll see how she gets on. But anyway, I'll speak to you in a bit. Okay, so I've been walking for about 10 minutes and it's actually really muddy. It's had a lot of rain recently, so the ground is very muddy. So I'm glad I've got these waterproof socks, otherwise I think I would have been screwed. Gonna grab something to eat soon once you find a bench or something. What I forgot to tell you earlier is the reason why I've parked in Hazelmere. It's not a loop. However, Petersfield, I think, is about 11 miles from Hazelmere. So what I'm going to do is once I get to Petersfield, get the train, which I think is only about a 10-minute ride, really cheap fare as well, which will take me back to Hazelmere, and then I can ride back to Brighton. So it's quite a good way of doing it. Yeah, so at the moment just going through some nice forests. It is quite warm. It's not as warm as my previous walks, but it's a nice temperature, and at least it's not raining, so that is good. Martha's found a new friend. Hello. Really? Hello. Yeah, you're lovely. Not aggressive at all, eh? Really friendly. Dogs one side, and then horses the other. This one in the stable. It's, I think we're about 1.5 miles in, and it's been kind of raining on and off, but it's been quite nice. It's actually really warm. Of course it is. I'm doing a hike.
It's humid.
Look, and there's sheep over there. Yeah, it's humid, isn't it?
Yeah, really humid. Raining, but not proper rain. Just damp.
Nice rain to sort of cool you down.
Yeah.
Which is good. This is what you need when you're doing a long walk. Look at this. This looks like something out of Game of Thrones.
Definitely.
How's your backpack?
So heavy. I don't know if I'm gonna manage.
How's your Dr. Martens?
These are wonderful. Everyone should get Dr. Martens.
To be fair, they're probably quite waterproof, aren't they?
Yeah. They're not even the waterproof ones, they're just like the regular ones.
Your socks wet?
Nope.
There you go.
I know, platform belts.
Follow the Serpent's Trail to the Temple of the Winds. Whatever that is. Maybe this sign will tell us. Welcome to Blackdown. Stand at the Temple of the Winds and admire the views that inspired Alfred Lord Tennyson, who lived at nearby Alresford House. Blackdown is a mix of woodland and lowland heath. The summit, 280 metres, is the highest point in Sussex.
That's cool.
That's quite cool. So yeah, gonna get some good views soon, hopefully. Not seen any snakes yet though. So I think this is the Temple of the Winds. Is that what it's called? It's definitely windy, so can't see no temple though, but it's certainly windy. Anyway, there's a map thing here. It doesn't actually tell you how far away things are, but it does tell you where stuff is. So Worthing,
Devil's Dyke.
Shoreham, so Brighton doesn't actually have Brighton, annoyingly, but it does have Devil's Dyke. Lewis, Reigate, yeah. So that way is Brighton home. So Hazelmere was the Snake's Head, and where we were just then at the Temple of the Winds was like sort of like the neck, and now we're heading back on ourselves just a bit lower. Martha, how are you getting back to Hazelmere
I have no idea.
this evening?
I have no idea. I might like, so the head like goes round. I might just cut across, like walk a bit, or like get a taxi from there. Taxi is a bit boring, but
I think cutting across is actually quite a good idea.
yeah.
Otherwise it's a long way walk back the way we've just come.
Yeah.
Really amazing views up here. It's quite windy, as you can probably hear, but it's lots of nice heather, lots of nice woodlands, cracking views. Martha on her phone.
I see.
How are you feeling, Martha?
Great. It's beautiful and I love it. It's just really nice. Look at the view. Like, look at it.
There's one hell of a view. This GoPro probably doesn't do it justice. There's another one of these marker things here in Petersfield. That is the end. So I'm guessing it kind of snakes around and then ends up there. But yeah, it's going to be loads of cool places to camp tonight. That shouldn't be a problem. There's not that many people walking past either, so I don't think finding a spot's going to be tricky. But yeah, so far it's been really nice. Sun's out, hasn't rained too much. It's just done 5 miles, So going well, I'm not even tired yet, so all good. Gateway to South Downs Way. Got some serious uphill. What?
Gymshark want me!
I think, I think Martha's just got herself a modelling job. Gymshark, by the sounds of it, it's pretty cool.
Don't put that in the vlog.
That's making it to the vlog.
No, please do! Wait, 1 second.
Look, anyway, what I was getting at is that this is a really steep bit in a cool forest. So, for those that don't know, it's a little bit cringy. As a job, I'm a commercial model and so is Martha, and we actually met on a job, and hence why the last clip she was excited. She got an email from Gymshark saying that they wanted to use her, which is very cool. But the trouble with our job is jobs come in very last minute. You can never really plan stuff. And for example, literally half an hour before I was leaving to come here, I got an email saying, can you do a job tomorrow, Phil? I'm like, oh, I can't, I've already got plans. And then when I was motorcycling down, another email, can you do a job on Thursday? So essentially I potentially could, but that means
you'd have to turn down and cancel all your plans.
Well, cancel my plans. Also, I'd have to drive back to Brighton and get to Cardiff. The job's in Cardiff. That's another thing about our job, is it's
all over the country.
All over the country. So you kind of have to weigh up what's more important, doing fun stuff like this or making money.
But the job is really fun. Like, you get to do really fun shoots and you meet really interesting people, and you are all over the place, and that's a con, but it's also a pro. Like, yeah. I really like travelling everywhere. But
you can guarantee as soon as you make a plan, you'll get a job booked in. I'm almost tempted to do a fake trip and then a job might come in. But yeah, it's a pain. Okay, I've just seen this sign and it reminded me of a joke that I know. But I'm going to change it slightly to what it says. What do you do if you see a fireman?
I don't know.
Put it out, man. So if you see a wildfire, put it out. Or move to a safe area, call 999, contact the fire services, or call the ranger. That's what you should do.
Good to know.
We're now entering Lynchmere Common. It's a local nature reserve. And also got to be careful of bulls.
Keep on the lead.
Take care. Keep your distance. Okay, so we've just stopped for a 3-in-1 coffee. And Martha said, why do you always call it a 3-in-1 coffee? What does that even mean? Well, what it means is that it has milk, sugar, and coffee all in this sachet, so I don't need to carry them separately.
I know what it means.
So now you know what 3-in-1 coffee is.
Yeah.
For all those people that watched it before, that's what it is, and they're delicious.
Lovely.
Okay.
What have we got?
Oh, we've got the usual bit of cream cheese with a bit of brioche and a little bit of chorizo. Delicious.
And our 3-in-1 coffee, which is really nice. And actually, the brioche looks really sad, but it tastes really good with the cream cheese and the chorizo, and it tastes so much better that we've walked all day
for.
Isn't
it? It's good.
Yeah, surprisingly.
It's the hiker's delight. That's what I like to call it. Just made that up. So we're on the almost 12 miles mark, and Martha I think is about to go her separate ways soon. I think when she gets to 13 miles, a half marathon, that'll be her, and she'll head back to Hazelmere because it's snaked round. It actually isn't too far to go for her.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But yeah, what's the time?
20 past 6.
20 past 6, so I'll probably walk for another hour or two, and then hopefully I'll still be in an area like this, and then yeah, a great camping spot because it's, yeah, no one around, lots of green space, hopefully find a nice flat spot.
Hopefully it doesn't rain.
Yeah, and hopefully
Because it looks like it's going.
that cloud does not look good, but yeah, we'll see. Beautiful forest, evergreen trees everywhere. How you feeling, Martha?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tired?
A bit, but not like... I'm appropriately tired for the amount of walking that we have done.
And how have you enjoyed it today?
It's been wonderful. It's just nice. It's nice getting out. It's nice being in nature. It's nice actually walking far and somewhere different. Yeah.
So you do it again?
Yeah.
You always
I
said
actually... No, I want to do it again, but I want to camp properly and try that.
So if you're going to do it again, you want to do it
Properly,
and do the full trail.
Yeah. So I feel like it's not a full adventure today.
It's been a pretty good adventure.
Yeah. And we like use a little stove thingy, but I want to properly cook and make some dinner and then be like in my tent and scared that something bad's going to happen. But then you wake up in the morning at like 4 o'clock and it's all good and you go again.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's why I do it. The sign does say this way, but on my map it's saying a different way. But this way it looks like you need a machete. Okay, he said he wanted a bit of adventure. It's not too bad. Martha's making a meal of it. I think it's because she's wearing platform shoes.
They're really practical actually. They've kept my feet so dry.
To be fair, they probably are quite good for that.
You can just stomp through all the puddles.
Martha wants to prove her point with her platform shoes and her
Puddles?
leather
Platform.
Dr. Martens.
Not even...
Yeah, fair
Nice.
point. Whereas I'll have to sort of straddle this puddle. But I called them silver, did I call it? I think it's seal skin socks. I got it wrong earlier, so forgive me for that. But yeah, this way it's quite overgrown. I feel like in the Amazon or something. Okay, so after 6 hours of walking and 13 miles, it's time to say goodbye to Martha. It's been fun. Thanks for joining me.
Fun. Thanks for having me.
You're going to walk back to your... No, you're going to get the train, hopefully to your car.
Yeah.
We hope the train goes to Hazelmere from Liphook. This is where we are now.
Yeah.
Alright, so Martha's heading that way. This is weird. Alright, see ya. Thanks, Martha. There she goes. Off into Liphook, Hampshire, and I'm going this way. Bye! Into this creepy dark woods all by myself. Great. Yeah, so that was cool. Nice to have someone join me. Different experience. Yeah, it's nice actually. Bit of company. Be interesting if she'd carried on. It's always a bit like when you're by yourself, you know, it's a bit nervous. You don't know where you're going to camp. You don't really know what you're going to find along the way. So it's nice to kind of split the burden with someone and have someone to help you. But when you're by yourself, you've got to carry that burden all on your shoulders. But it's cool. So yeah, I'm going to hike now for probably another hour. This is a really muddy track. It's getting quite low light now, so I want to be finding a decent camp spot before it gets dark. So hopefully this wood clears out soon and there'll be a nice little wooded area like earlier for me to camp. It is seriously muddy down here. I'm kind of getting the vibes of the Never-Ending Story, you know, when that guy's walking with that horse. Is it called a trail? I don't know, but yeah, leads the horse through a swamp and it gets stuck and then he drowns. It's so sad. But yeah, I don't have a horse, and hopefully I'm not going to get stuck in any swamps. But if it gets any worse, it could be a possibility. Okay, I made it out of the creepy forest, and it's brought me out into a lovely golf course. I mean, how nice would it be to camp on that lovely putting green? But I don't think the groundsman would be best pleased. I've actually slept on a golf course before, funnily enough, and was woken up at about 5 AM in the morning by a greenskeeper on his lawnmower, and we made a dash for it. We didn't get seen, luckily. But yeah, that wasn't the most welcome noise to hear at 5 AM when you're trying to get some sleep. But yeah, I think I've looked on Google Satellite, and it looks like there's some nice kind of woodlands coming up with Greenland, and just basically a nice place to camp. So fingers crossed, because I'm running desperately low on light now, and I've probably got about half an hour before it gets dark. Jesus, I don't know if you can see that, but this path, the Serpent Trail, goes directly past a driving range. There's some balls there, and this is exactly where people from down there are whacking them. So anyone walking down this path potentially get whacked in the head by a golf ball. Luckily it's shut now, so I'm alright. Oh, it's just started to absolutely piss it down. Luckily though, there's looks like an abandoned pub, so I'm going to take shelter here and hope it passes. Maybe I could get in and camp in there. But yeah, I spoke to Martha. She messaged me where I left her. It was about 5 minutes to the train station, and like there was a train quite soon for her, and literally took like 5 minutes to get to Hazelmere, so that worked out nicely for her. Let's hope it's going to work out nicely for me, because at the moment, chucking it down, I'm losing light, and I haven't found a camp spot yet. Ooh. So it stopped raining, which is good. It's actually quite a nice evening now. Don't know if you can see that, but a bit of a sunset, which might mean it's a nice day tomorrow. And I'm in the woodland, grassland area, so hopefully I can find a good spot to camp. But at the moment it's just ferns everywhere. I'm looking for a nice clearing, potentially in there actually, where there's no ferns, a bit of flat grass or soil. This could be quite good. Out the way. Yeah. Let's have a look in here. A little bit off the path, which is also good. Well, that's an option. It's a bit more on the path than I want it to be be honest. Maybe if I go further in. But this is a promise. Before, everywhere else was super boggy, and this actually looks not too bad. It's actually quite dry. Actually, this could be a good spot here. Still a bit close to the track though, so I might just go a little bit further in and see what I can find. If not, this is good. Oh, look at this. This is lovely. Loads of green spots, open spaces. I was worried about the ferns being too much in the way, but you can look there. There's loads of wide open clear spaces, so it shouldn't be a problem to camp. Just need to find somewhere flat now, and a little bit out of the way, and that'll be me for the night. And I'll chat to you at dinner, no doubt. Until then. Obligatory end of the day bag on floor shot. Oh, and I'm really happy with this spot. It's really nice. Yeah, I feel like super enclosed. You know how like in Africa you get those tribes where they build like a fence around their little community to keep all the animals out, made out of like thorns and twigs and branches and stuff. It kind of feels like that. So yeah, I feel pretty safe in here, and the floor is super soft and flat. It's almost like a one of those memory foam mattresses, because it's like quite mossy and lots of heather. So yeah, happy. Gonna pitch here, then cook some dinner. Okay, so that's me for the evening. Did 5.5 hours of walking and about 16.5 miles in total. And yeah, I'm just really happy with this camp spot. I can properly chill here because I'm totally off the track. I'm enclosed, I'm out of sight. I can probably have a nice lie in and not worry about getting disturbed. But yeah, it's been a great day. It's been nice to have Martha join me. Didn't get too wet, which was good. Got a little bit wet motorcycling to Hazelmere and a few light showers in the morning. But that was actually quite nice and refreshing because it was actually quite warm then. And then there was that downpour just before sunset, but it only lasted 5 minutes. And then I managed to find this spot. I'm glad I held out actually. That last spot I filmed earlier would have been good, but this is so much better. Yeah, and I'm so glad I bought these socks. They really have paid for themselves. And just so I get it right, they're called seal skins, just so you know, and they were £25 from Decathlon. So yeah, I'm just gonna eat some food now, the old classic gnocchi and pesto combo. There's a lot of midges, which is a bit annoying, but yeah, my campsite's all set up. I'm ready for the night. Got my shoes in the shelter, my bed's all set up. So yeah, I may speak to you before bed, may not, but if I don't, I'll see you in the morning.